Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you. Please forgive me. It's humid. It's rainy. You know, us curly girls, we do the best that we can. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you. You get fairy dust. I get fairy dust. Little sweet Amelie gets fairy dust. And it's time for another little chat about Codependent No More, my by Melody Beatty, an amazing book. We are on page 75. Set yourself free. Yes, please. I'll take that. So we're talking about controlling others. Like that's our dopamine. That's our bread and butter. Like that's where we get codependents, get our, it's this idea of controlling others in the form of helping, except it's control and manipulation. Okay. So she says, despite the tactics, the goals remain the same. Make other people do what you want them to do. Is a family member acting out, being a jerk, doing this, doing that? You want them to be doing something else than that. Like you want them not to be an asshole. You want them, and that is not your business. You don't get to choose whether other adults are assholes or not, and so anytime you're thinking an adult should be behaving differently than they are, you are unconscious. You are in your codependency, because adults, guess what? They act however the fuck they want. And they get to choose that. Make them behave as I think I should. Don't let them behave in ways you think they shouldn't. How dare they? They shouldn't do that thing. They shouldn't drink that drink. They shouldn't go to that bar. They shouldn't, whatever. Like they shouldn't be doing what they are doing. Do not let don't let them behave in ways they shouldn't, but probably would do without your assistance. If I can just jump through all the hoops to make sure that the person I'm with doesn't cheat, they shouldn't cheat. Let me just do all these things. That's fucking exhausting. I'm not interested. Like one of my main things, I even had a class on it, which you can find at advancedbitches.com. On let's stop parenting and chasing adults. If adults want to cheat on me, that's their prerogative. They get to do that if they want. I don't know that I want to be with them anymore, and I don't think I want that crazy making that goes along with a cheating partner, but I'm not going to bend over backwards and jump through hoops and, make myself different so you won't fucking cheat on me. I'm not interested in that. I've got shit to do. I got life to live. And I'm sure that there are people out there that aren't interested in cheating on the bitch. So codependents try to force, chase, and parent life events to unravel and unfold in the matter at such times that I have designated. Like, I think that, this kid should finish this class or go to this school. Let's say the kid's a college student. I think that they should do it, and I think they should do it in this much time. Guess what? They're an adult. They can figure out how long it's going to take them to do it. Now, can I set boundaries about how long I'm going to pay for that? Absolutely. But I don't get to, everything. And so now, truth telling is hard to hear. The truth will set you free, but first it'll piss you off. This is all because of our trauma. So at the heart of all this bullshit and shenanigans and trying to, think that we know what's best for other people and, want to, think other people should do this or that so they don't experience this or that consequence. Again, that's not our business. Because of our trauma, meaning that we grew up in a childhood that lacked control, and we figured out very early, most of us, Pete Walker talks about in toddlerhood, the word no is extinguished. that in toddlerhood, that if we could just do this shit, maybe we wouldn't hurt as much, or maybe mommy wouldn't drink as much, or maybe I wouldn't be left unattended as much if I just did this shit. And so these things come from trauma. We're not bad, we're fucking wounded. Those are definitely 2 quotes from Marianne Williamson. First, the truth will set you free, but first it will piss you off. And we're not bad, we're wounded. Like, that's straight out of Return to Love, that second one. So, you know, we're not going to beat ourselves up for these behaviors. And one of the things that I get dopamine from is pointing out, like, it's fucking crazy for me to think that I can control another adult. I can barely control myself. Like, I can barely, like, can I function today? I don't know. Like, I'm doing the best that I can, but, you know, some people may think that I should post more than I do, or they think that I should have more clients than I do, or they think that I should write this many number of books, or do this or that, or it's like, I'm barely keeping it together. Like, I don't, and so guess who else is barely, keeping it together? Everyone else is barely keeping it together. And how are they keeping it together? With their self-medication. That person should eat more. That person should eat less. It's like they need to do what they need to do we're all just trying to get by. So part of my joy in talking about this shit in a way that I haven't really heard other people talk about is that, you know, just the kind of insanity of it all. Like, if we, like, you know, deconstruct it to its, you know, what do you call that? I don't know, like the bare minerals or whatever. Like, when we deconstruct it to its least parts, the parts where we get to the periodic table, like, it's crazy making, and it doesn't make sense. And so for me, part of this is just laughing at the insanity of it, and why ... so I can fucking unhook myself from doing it. Like, when I remember to use my tools, like the Ladder of Trust, which is also on this, also on YouTube. Like, when I remember this shit, like, my life just goes better. It's like, you know, I will have a thought because that's a default mode, default mechanism. Like, that person shouldn't be doing that. And then I make myself laugh. Like, oh, you're so funny. Thinking that they should not. How do I know? That may be part of their life's journey. That's maybe part of the way their life ultimately gets saved. Like, I don't know what that, you know, and I also don't want to mess with people's destiny and all that shit. Like, let me just remember who I am, and let me be of service by living fully and healing myself and setting my boundary. You know, I shouldn't eat so much. Okay, well, did I do that or not? I don't know. Am I gonna make it today without overeating or under eating? Like, I don't know. I'm gonna do my best. And so for someone to think that I should do it differently, that's not gonna go well for them or for me. It's just gonna create resentment and ickiness. So I hope that was helpful. I can't wait to talk to you again about this shit soon. I love healing together. It's so amazing. And just watch, your relationship starts getting better and better and better. And so does your life. And so does the freedom that you feel from being unhooked from parenting and chasing other fucking adults. Okay, love you. Bye. Hope that was helpful. Bye.